Hello, everyone. Carolyn McGee from carolynmcgee.com here for your tip of the week. And it is January 19th, 2020. And the first thing that's coming through is you notice I've got some little rainbows here. They're around in the back and off to the side. So this week is about being a little bit more playful and noticing the beauty that is all around you and how can you use that to anchor yourself in. So that came in before we even started with a card, but we do love to have the visuals. So I am using Sonia Choquette, Ask Your Guides, and the card that popped out is Decisions and Higher Self. Now, I want you to notice the beam of light, two directions. So we have this aura, this array, a sunburst, if you will, of energy that is coming from the head, from the upper chakras. And also from the throat going down, there's this beam of light illuminating everything in the physical area. So what we've got going on here is all this inspirational energy, connection, our soul, our higher self, our angels pulling down into, if you notice all of the energy, to me, it looks like it's coming from the out into the body, filling up our perspective, our awareness, our third eye, and then floating down into our heart so that we can process all of that beautiful information. You've heard me in the past talk about we wash whatever we get through our hearts. We allow it to move all the way down into our bodies. That's where we feel our intuition. Yes, we get inspired up here, but where we're going to be able to really feel it and take that inspired action is when it moves down into our first, second, and third chakras. If we are blocked down there, if we do not have energy flow fully in both directions, then it's basically like that rabbit. You are going to be frozen and not be able to actually take those steps to bring your inspired ideas out into the world. So think about that. You want to be able to receive. And, the majority of us, we're all light workers. We all have this ability to connect and to receive the divine information, but it's integrating it into our bodies. Did you hear? I even choked a little bit on that. It's integrating all of that information into our physical energy. If you want to think about our energy as like an egg shape, so we've got this dome of energy, a spiral around us, almost like the shape of this being's head. And it is filled with energy. And we have our physical energy, and we have our emotional energy, and we have our mental energy, and we have our spiritual energy, and our moral energy. And it just moves out. And I may have mixed up the layers, but it's those concepts of energy that moves out. And we sense and receive information from all of those different energies, from all of those different ways of receiving information. But the critical part is bringing it into our physical bodies. A lot of times, as I've said, we will get it up here, but we don't bring it into our hearts. And if we're not doing that, then we don't have the energy, we don't have the ability to move it into that next step. And then the universe is going to give the idea to somebody else. How many times have you had a brilliant idea that you, for whatever reason, maybe it was fear, maybe you felt like it wasn't the right time, you didn't have enough information, you weren't good enough, whatever. There's all kinds of excuses, right? But you didn't take action, you didn't bring it out into the world. And then 6 months later, a year later, all of a sudden, you're seeing that everywhere. Somebody else took the action because God in the universe is going to make sure that we as humans receive the messages that we need to. They are sending us a million messages a day. And if we're not taking action on it, they're going to send it to somebody else because they are going to make sure that humankind that the energy of the world, that the energy of the plants, Mother Earth herself, that what needs to happen is going to happen. So if we are not taking that action, if we are holding in for whatever the reason is, then the angels are going to make sure that it gets out there. So my invitation to you is to really think about why you're not taking the action. Really sit with that. Maybe even go to a mirror and look at yourself in the eyes and ask, what's going on? What is in my soul? What is in my heart that is not allowing me to take action? Now, sometimes it is divine timing, and sometimes it's not. So really understanding that, or working with somebody who can help you really understand and do some muscle testing, or check in with your guides on, is it the right time for you to step out and make a change, to do something differently? We are still in that energy of change and transition moving into 2020. We just had a full moon, well, shortly ago had a full moon, and now we're moving in towards the end of this week. We're going to be, I'm sorry, a full moon we just had. We're moving into the energy of the new moon. So we're really letting go of those last bits of energy, holding on to the old way of being. So who do you want to fully step into being with that new moon energy towards the end of this week? Who do you want to be? Who do you want to show up as? And who do you want to connect with um, within yourself and with others around you? That energy moving into 2020 where you can be whoever you want to be. Of course, you can be whoever you want to be in any moment, but we've got this big energy behind us right now to take advantage of that. So I would love to support you. If that feels right for you, you can reach out to me. I will put a link down below and we can have a conversation if it feels like I might be able to help you through this energy and really be able to move into your heart, your passion, and your own power. So I will put that link for the conversation, and I hope to hear from you soon. Bye-bye for now.